When markets crash and fear takes over, most people panic. But the smartest investors see opportunity in the chaos. This video is your beginner's guide to not just surviving a recession, but actually profiting from it. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to approach a recession with clarity, confidence, and a beginner-friendly strategy that works even when the economy crashes. Let's start with the basics, because understanding the game is the first step to winning it. A recession is typically defined as 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth. In simpler terms, the economy is shrinking, people lose jobs, businesses slow down, the mood shifts, spending drops. But here's the thing, recessions are a natural part of the economic cycle. They're like winter. Harsh, yes, but they also prepare the soil for future growth. And just like winter, you can't control when it comes, but you can control how you prepare. What if I told you that most of the biggest fortunes in the world were made during downturns? During every market crash, from the Great Depression to 2008 to 2020, the people who kept their cool and bought when prices were low came out far ahead when recovery began. Why? Because recessions are when everything goes on sale. Stocks, real estate, businesses. If you can buy during the dip and hold, you position yourself to ride the wave when the economy bounces back. But before we dive into actual investing strategies, let's talk about mindset. Because most people lose in a recession not because of strategy, but because of fear. As a beginner, you might feel overwhelmed, but here's the mindset that changes everything. Recessions are temporary. Markets recovers always. Patience pays more than panic. The key isn't predicting the bottom. It's having a long-term perspective and being consistent, even when everyone else is running for the exits. But before you even think about investing, make sure you're protected. Your emergency fund is your financial armor. 3 to 6 months of essential expenses, parked in a high-yield savings account or somewhere safe. Why? Because if you lose your job or face sudden expenses, you don't want to be forced to sell your investments at a loss. This gives you the freedom to stay in the market even when things get rough. But here's a strategy that is perfect for beginners, and it works beautifully during a recession. It's called dollar cost averaging. It means investing a fixed amount of money at regular intervals, regardless of whether the market is up or down. Example, you invest $100 every week into an index fund. When prices are low, your $100 buys more shares. When prices rise, it buys fewer. Over time, you average out your cost and reduce your risk, with that you don't need to guess when the market will hit bottom. You just need to keep investing consistently. Now let's talk about the assets that give you the best profit during a recession. Even if this is your first time investing, we'll keep it simple and low risk. Number 1, index funds. If you invest in only one thing during a recession, let it be this. An index fund is like buying a piece of the entire market. Instead of trying to guess which stocks will win, you're investing in hundreds of companies at once. Example, the S&P 500, a basket of the 500 biggest U.S. companies. Even in crashes, these always recover and grow over time. Why it's perfect for beginners: low fees, broad diversification, less stress, and long-term proven growth. Number 2, dividend stocks. These are like the chill, reliable friend that still sends you money, even during hard times. Dividend stocks are companies that share profits with their investors regularly, often every quarter. Look for companies with a long track record of consistent dividends, stable businesses, like utilities, consumer staples, and healthcare. So even when prices drop, you still earn payouts. Number 3, sector ETFs. Want to go a bit deeper? You can invest in the strongest industries during recessions without picking individual stocks. This method is called ETFs investing. ETFs, exchange-traded funds, let you invest in entire sectors like healthcare companies. You know people still need medicine, so you are guaranteed that the healthcare industry will continue to thrive. Consumer staples, think food, household products, essentials. These sectors usually hold up better during downturns. Number 4, real estate, the right way. Real estate gets interesting during recessions, if you're patient and smart. As property prices fall, it can be a good time to buy under market value, but only if you have a stable income, a cash reserves, a long-term plan like renting or holding, or if you're not ready to buy property, consider REITs, real estate investment trusts, or NACOLATs, which are like real estate stocks. Number 5, a bonus tip: invest in yourself. You are your most important asset. During a recession, that's not a cliche, it's a strategy. Courses, certifications, books, skills, anything that increases your earning power is an investment with massive return on investment. But do not do the following things during a recession. Number 1, don't panic sell. When your portfolio drops 30% in a week, the fear is real. But history shows selling in a panic is equal to locking in losses. The people who hold, or even better, buy more, recover with the market. Number 2, don't try to time the bottom. Everyone wants to buy the dip, but trying to guess the exact bottom is nearly impossible, even for professionals. Instead, focus on consistent investing over time. Number 3, don't ignore your financial safety net. Don't go all in just because prices are down. Always keep your emergency fund intact. If things get worse, you'll be glad you did. Number 4, avoid high-risk gambling like the penny stocks, unresearched crypto plays, and the get-rich-quick schemes. Recessions make people desperate. Desperation leads to poor decisions. Stick with proven strategies. But here's a simple recession strategy for beginners. Nobody will ever tell you. Now let's put all the strategies and plans already discussed together into a step-by-step game plan. Step 1, build your emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of expenses. Step 2, choose 1 or 2 index funds like S&P 500. Step 3, start with a small, consistent amount. Example, $50 to $100 per week. Step 4, automate it, set it, and forget it. Step 5, don't stop investing, even when the news gets scary. Step 6, hold for at least 5 to 10 years. Step 7, educate yourself weekly. Read 1 article, watch 1 video, or study 1 company. Recessions can feel like the end of the world, but they're not. They're reset. Every crash is an opportunity in disguise, a chance to plant seeds that will grow for years to come. If you are new to investing, I recommend you to follow this simple portfolio blueprint I designed to survive the storm and make profit during a recession. Follow the 60-20-10-10 strategy. Allocate 60% of your money to index funds like the S&P 500 or a total market index fund. It gives you wide exposure with low risk and steady growth. Allocate 20% to dividend stocks. These give you cash flow even when markets are down. Choose companies with a long history of steady payouts. Think Coca-Cola, Johnson & Johnson, or utilities. Allocate 10% to sector ETFs. These are recession-resilient sectors like healthcare, consumer staples, or utilities. They tend to be more stable in downturns. Allocate 10% to cash or high-yield savings. This is your dry powder to buy when the market dips harder. It also gives you peace of mind. This setup gives you growth, income, safety, and flexibility. And you don't have to be a stock-picking genius to make it work. In conclusion, you don't need to be a genius. You just need to stay calm, stick to your plan, be consistent, and play the long game. If you do that, the recession period might just be the moment that will change your life forever. Comment below. What's your biggest financial question during this recession? I'll respond to as many as I can. And if you want more guides like this, don't forget to subscribe. This is just the beginning. Happy profiting from a recession.